Okay, well, tonight we are pretty out of food, so it's time to whip out the super emergency backup recipe. And the super emergency backup noodles, which were actually a gift. This should be pretty good though, despite mostly being out of food. I think we've got plenty to be going along with. And yeah, salty, crunchy. Well, I guess not much crunchy, but beef stroganoff. Ooh. Yeah, we got these 3 meatballs left. Those frozen bad boys in there. And tell me, let's see how to make this. Yes, 7 to 9 minutes. Okay. Water. All right. Just gonna make some noodles. Now the best thing, ooh, these come pre-packaged. How fancy. Oh yeah, of course it would. It's Costco. Oh, Costco, you thing. Just feeling cold. Can't seem to warm up. Very sad. The best part about noodles is it's really easy to make. It's called a roux, R-O-U-X. Butter, flour, and some kind of bouillon. This is beef. Better than bouillon is probably my favorite, but you can get bouillon in cubes. That looks like seasoning, 90 cents or something. Really great stuff. It's chicken stock, beef stock, or vegetable stock would be the other way to put that. I'm gonna add cheese because I just feel like that's gonna give it a little extra, and then I'm gonna put a lot of pepper in it. Pretty basic, but that's kind of what's nice about a warm noodle meatball sort of situation. A roux is a gravy, really. It's not so much of a sauce. Sauces, yeah, I mean, I don't really know the difference. I guess ask a chef. But wow, do I love a roux. Mostly I love gravy. This got me through so many hungry nights, just being able with this to make an excessive amount of pasta. I made so many casseroles. Oh my god, the amount of casseroles I made. The best part about it, you know, you can whip this all together, and then you can toss it in one of these bad boys and bake it again, like a second bake, maybe with some breadcrumbs on top, and suddenly you have a casserole. It's just the best. It's great. And this feels really nice and warm too, by the way. Oh yeah. Oh, I was cold, but now I'm warmer. Yeah, we'll put some red pepper in there, some garlic, do some, I love adding mustard to stuff. I shouldn't, but I'm just like, it's good for you, it's good for your digestion, let's just throw mustard in it. So I'll probably add mustard, to be honest. You don't need to add mustard. It doesn't, I don't really feel like there's a whole lot of flavor difference when you add mustard. I just think it's good for you. Let's see. Oh, I have this bread. It's not stale yet, but I think it's on its way. So we're gonna add that in. I would almost put it on top as breadcrumbs, but I feel like that's too much. I think it'll be really great just soaking up the sauce. But I don't know, maybe I should bake it. Wouldn't be bad if I baked it. That's how you get breadcrumbs. Okay. Now, let's get some breadcrumbs growing. Yeah. There's a lot of, like, I don't know, knowledge, I guess, food knowledge, that I feel like is psychologically locked behind the British Empire. That sounds really high-key or tinfoil hat, I guess, but I mean, even just stuff like how to make a gravy or many other things, food-wise, sure does seem to be psychologically lampshaded. But I don't know, you know, I think that's one reason I loved Bridgerton so much, is it gave representation into like a time period that wasn't accessible. And created psychological space for people to feel themselves, I don't know, what's the word? It's the opposite of ancestor. Descendants or inheritors of this world. And there is a lot in this world that was touched by the British Empire. So if we are, as children of Earth, inheriting it, then we have to be able to yeah, like touch the stuff with our brains, and that's hard. Yeah. It's so funny, this bread is so dense and like, it's really good. It's getting stale. I'll give it that. But I don't think we need all of it. I think we need to take the top off. Oh, you can't even see this. You're missing out. Here. Look at that. There we go. Yay, breadcrumbs. Okay. And yeah, we're just gonna yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. There's cheese on this, there's basil, there's even garlic, fresh garlic that I baked into the bread. So we're definitely gonna keep the top half of the bread, but we will toss it onto the baking sheet for some drying out. There you go, buddy. Just go ahead and hang out with the meatballs. Okay. And then, yeah, the rest of this bread, I think it's just, sadly, a waste, honestly. I do reuse all the Ziploc bags, just for the record. My Snapware has disappeared along with food that I keep giving out. Oh, that was really good bread. I just didn't eat it in time. What you get for making 4 rounds of it at once. Okay. This is for when I'm ready to eat, so I'll just move that plate. An entire kitchen channel dedicated to how to eat healthy and cheaply at the same time. I did want to do that. Oh, that's my whole plan. I'm talking to myself. I'm stressed out. Oh my god, you really bit off a lot more than you could chew with this YouTube channel, Cozy. You're trying to do way too much here. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm pretty sure I can help. I'm like, okay, sure, you can. I believe it, but also, it's a lot. It's a lot you're trying to do, and it's a lot you're willing to share with people, and is it really sustainable? Of course, I'm having this conversation all the time. It's important to keep revisiting it, I guess. Keep checking in. You okay with this? This good? But, like, yes. Oh my god, the amount that I want to be able to, like, share what I learned just, like, painstakingly about, I don't know, things like feeding yourself. I know there's plenty of YouTube videos out there on that topic, but I just don't think learning the like literal technical things is not the problem. If learning the literal technical things was the problem for people, then they would just look it up on YouTube and it would get done. Like 1 tablespoon of this for every 4 cups, I think. It's the personality of it, it's the personability of it, I think, that makes it nice to learn. And maybe I'm not the best teacher in the kitchen. I think I'm funny. I don't think everybody necessarily thinks I'm funny. And I'm not always funny either. Sometimes I'm tired and grumpy and I just want food. And this is going to be like a, what's the word? Comfort food. This is definitely going to be comfort food. You cannot see this whole thing. This is not a great. There we go. Right? Yeah. Okay. That's better. It's just the draining part is going to be kind of interesting. Yeah. I'm really lucky to have this knowledge about food that I got through cooking with friends. Really. And so I guess for me it's important to put it out there and to make it possible for new friends to keep being involved. Channel is built around like, let's everybody be friends, me first. Like, be friends with me first, and then we can all be friends together, kind of thing. It's just very seems to make sense to include people in my kitchen. Generally, in my experience as a socialite, people do not enjoy when somebody is like friends with everyone, because it makes everybody feel not special. I'm like, oh well, she's just friends with everybody, so. Personally, I tend to think people are just kind of jealous of my social energy, but maybe that's just what I tell myself. Too much, to be honest. Parm. So much parm. I have a finite amount of social energy. It's true. Everybody does. And the "you're just jealous" response is a classic one from somebody who doesn't want to admit that they are overexpending themselves trying to be friends with everyone. You're right. It's true. That's all true. It's me, all right. Rinsey. Oh yeah. How are you, noodles? Oh, you're very noodly. Great. That's awesome. Look at that. Noodles. Wow. Wow. They're chickpea noodles, and they shed, which I did not know, but should have known. Makes sense. yeah, this is even noodles with flour right now. I am going to do that tomorrow. I told my sister I was going to make noodles and cheese, and I am absolutely going to make noodles and cheese. Noodles and cheese is the meal from our early 20s. And it's still like the most comforting comfort meal ever. Wow, this is really hot. I'll set you over there for a second. It's really simple. It's basically fancy mac and cheese. When she worked at the Yak and Yeti, or no, it was the Cheshire Cat, it was a whole thing that we started doing, and it's just been in the family since then. Because that's what it was, a absolutely delicious dish that they sold. I think it was like 14 or 15 a plate. It was just so perfect. It was just the best mac and cheese ever. But yeah, it's fancy mac and cheese. It's just the thing that makes it fancy is that there's bacon and tomato. And there's supposed to be fresh onion too, but I don't actually like eating fresh onion with my noodles, so I'm not going to include fresh onion. I don't know. I mean, I have grown, so maybe, but at the same time, I was going for nostalgia, so maybe not. Yeah, it's all been very, very nice to be able to eat sugar and flour again. I was convinced that I couldn't eat sugar and flour because of mental health stuff, and I'm still convinced of that. I don't know. Anyway, how are you doing? Good. Okay. We are going to make that roux now. Oh yeah, you just haven't been fully, this is definitely too much vegetable broth. I should have done half a tablespoon. What a waste. I don't use the beef broth too much, but alright. We'll save it. We'll try. So we're gonna just like melt some butter. Should I do it like this? Yeah. Yeah. Usually you do this in like a smaller saucepan or something. But I just wanted to use one pan for the night. Add some flour. And really what you want is clumps. Just like that. It might be a little, could use a little bit more flour. There we go. There's your base for the roux. And then, slowly but surely, add your broth. This is also when I'm gonna add some garlic. Oh yeah, lots of garlic. Mustard. I love mustard. Oh, get in there. And then, yeah, we'll put some like red pepper. Just 'cause it's gonna be very creamy. That flour is gonna really absorb a lot of flavor, so red pepper will help give it a little kick. But now you're seeing it's kind of looking gravy-esque. And we're just gonna keep doing this part. I want to make sure this bouillon is like actually all together. It's gonna be pretty weak on the broth or on the beef part. See how chunky that is? I really should have used a saucepan, but you're talking to the laziest girl on earth right now. So chunky. But you see how those chunks are starting to kind of thin out. Yeah. Damn, maybe we will use the entire thing. Sorry, didn't mean to get it wet down there. My bad. It's a little too liquidy, isn't it? I'm gonna need to let that cook up or something. I haven't done this in like so long, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm completely butchering the entire process. Like, these chunks are really supposed to be getting mooshed out. I might just be adding the broth too quickly for it to boil off. Surface area. I don't want to fuck this up, so we're just gonna gravy in the pan. Yeah, all of that is supposed to be unchunking under the heat and the liquid, so I do feel I'm messing up. Of course, I did also just extremely eyeball that. It was supposed to be a 1-to-1 ratio of butter, or yeah, of butter and flour, so I might have just over-floured, which would explain the chunks. But You should be able to dilute it with the liquid, right? Right? I don't fucking know. All I know is it's gonna taste good. It's gonna be stick to your bones filling. And this is definitely gravy. I think I'm just impatient, to be honest. I think it's just taking its normal amount of time. It's supposed to bubble. This is how you make biscuits and gravy. If you want a quick recipe for gravy, just bake some Pillsbury up in there and you got biscuits and gravy. Of course, throwing in some sausage would really do it. Maybe some chorizo. And if it's not butter, then it's lard, just like beef fat. There we go. That's kind of more the gravy looking stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. I think I was just too much in a rush. But I am glad that we switched to the saucepan because that was the way. Rushing. Starting to smell like beef stroganoff. I don't even know if this is the right term. It's just what I call it. It's like the IKEA food, right? Reduce. I definitely am still hearing the criticism of my desire to be friends with everybody, and it's not so much that, like, I want to be friends with everybody as that I think it's possible for everyone to be, like, helped. Like, that nobody is beyond help, support, love, friendship. And so if you're going to address, like, an entire global audience or even a local audience, I just want to make that perspective really clear because I don't think it comes through at all in, like, our society or in our lives. I truly cannot stop thinking about how silence is violence when it's rooted in compliance, or how evil prevails when good people do nothing. So that is something to keep in mind. And I usually have been in my life, like, this is not the first time it's come up. I wonder what the chunks taste like, you know? Is it just butter? Is it butter and flour? I think we are going to end up using the entire tablespoon of beef base, which is nice. I know, I'm still rushing. Oops. That's what you get. That's what you get when you rush. Okay, chill. Chill. You don't know. No. I do too. Sorry. God, what a mess. I was like, oh, we'll just make some stroganoff. It'll be super quick. It'll be the backup food. It'll be kind of satisfying. I always try to make my emergency rations somewhat exciting in the sense that, like, I get to be satisfied about my ability to provide for myself. You know, it's not that exciting, but it's what I got. So it should taste good. Your backup food should taste good. You know, when your mom's like, but we have food at home. It should actually be food that you will eat in emergencies. To be fair, having a calibrated understanding of what counts as an emergency or backup time is a whole different question. Obviously, I'm being pushed to extremes here, but it is nice to actually want to eat the food that you have at home. That part's really great. Yeah, just keep cooking off too much of that liquid. should just wait to clean up, but oh my god, it was gonna drive me crazy. Yep, you're getting full unfiltered cozy brain right now. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, I can't get those lumps out. I think it's because I rushed it. That's okay. I'll probably bite into it and be like, ooh, butter. Knowing me. Woohoo, gotta love gravy. Four cups of water, a tablespoon of better than beef bouillon. I would say a fourth of a stick of butter. No, half a stick of butter. And almost half a stick of butter. And I'm gonna guess half a cup of flour. Or it should have been half a cup of flour if we were following the 1-to-1 ratio, rather than eyeballing the whole situation. What a concoction! Shorty's like a melody in my head. Da, na, 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 da, da, da. Oh, slopping over the side again. Dang. full on IKEA, which good for me. Oh my gosh. Stoked. I just saw YouTube about an entire TV show filmed in an IKEA. Maybe it was a TikTok. Either way, looked amazing. Oh yeah, it was pretty good. I think it was the one in Bushwick IKEA. God, what hooligans. So funny. Cheers to you, IKEA film stars. Excellent work. Oh, I haven't seen the show yet. No, I just saw the story about the show. Isn't that funny? So much stuff you can just like see about the stuff. And not even see the real stuff. Wild. I wonder. Oh, these are my 3 meatballs that are left. Very excited. I'm gonna rip it into tiny pieces so I can enjoy it for longer. Oh, hot. They're pretty juicy. Not kidding. I'm not kidding about the heat. The outside's okay because it's kind of hard, but the inside, wow. Ow. Ah. Pfft. Ouch. Okay. Do you think that was enough to melt the Parmesan? That's probably all we were doing. I think it'll be fine. Okay, and leftovers. Yay! Isn't that nice? I guess I could have left it to casserole slightly longer, but don't really care, to be quite honest. I think it'll just do fine if I mix it together, to be honest. And I'm gonna leave it like that if I want more later.